Crash Bandicoot was one of the most well-known video game characters from the mid to late 1990s, but through a series of poorly made games in the early 2000s, the once iconic character was thought to have been obsolete as a relic of the 1990s and unable to be adapted for a modern video gaming experience. But the speculative scenario is this: Crash Bandicoot 4 purposefully reset its timeline. The three games that made up the original trilogy were universally considered to be the main story for the overall premise of Crash Bandicoot, and the said lore of the three games were absolute. While not revolutionary with its gaming dynamics or groundbreaking with the content depicted, it was considered to be something different from what already existed, which was available for gamers to experience, and this is what mattered to potential players at the time. After the original trilogy, there were many said video games to feature Crash and related characters, but the quality and premise for all of these games were massively varied in terms of receptions, from critics to serious and casual gamers. The Crash Bandicoot franchise had lost its prestige and interest until the Insane trilogy, where gamers were reminded about how the original games were important and how they still held up when played in the era of modern video gaming, as there eventually became an interest for a new Crash Bandicoot game, but to also distance itself from the other games that were released after the original trilogy. When Crash Bandicoot 4 was released, it was widely considered to be the first decent game by the brand for years or even decades. One of the main aspects of the story was Tanya mentioning alternate timelines, on the fact that there were other worlds that no longer existed or were rendered irrelevant by events that were occurring in the fourth game. Essentially, these references were due to events that, as depicted in It's About Time, all prior games excluding the original trilogy were now rendered non-canon. When the game was released, there was monumental praise for it, on the fact that it helped to fix the broken timeline overall for Crash Bandicoot, and to simplify aspects of the franchise that had convoluted the original timeline from after the third game to before the proclaimed fourth game. As a result, there were some concerns over retconning so much from Crash Bandicoot. But with the success of the fourth game, it was later decided that it was best, as the maneuver was considered a softer reboot for the entire Crash Bandicoot franchise for modern players.